the Tsar of Tech, meet Pavel Durov. Pavel Durov sounds like a Bond villain, right? He kind of looks the part too, brooding, handsome, with a penchant for black clothing. Durov is the brains behind VKontakte and Telegram. His story is a wild ride of coding brilliance and clashes with authorities. Forced to flee Russia in 2014, he left behind his company and a lot of rubles. But hey, at least he had his principles and $1 billion. From VK to Telegram, a privacy odyssey. After being chased out of his own country, Durov didn't lay low. Instead, he doubled down on privacy with Telegram. Launched in 2013, Telegram focuses on security and encryption. Think WhatsApp, but with more privacy features. It's a favorite among activists and journalists, but it also attracts criminals, leading to criticism. Durov believes privacy is a fundamental right. This makes him both a hero and a villain. Pardon my French, Durov's arrest and its aftermath. Now let's talk about that whole arrest by French police thing. It sounds dramatic, right? Like something out of a spy thriller. Turns out it's a bit more complicated than that. See, back in 2018, there were reports swirling around about Durov being detained by French police. The supposed reason: Telegram's alleged role in facilitating illegal activities like drug trafficking and, you guessed it, terrorism. However, these reports were never officially confirmed. Durov himself denied the arrest, calling it fake news. The French authorities remained characteristically tight-lipped about the whole affair. Was it a misunderstanding? A case of mistaken identity? Did someone just really want to see Durov in a beret? We may never know for sure. What we do know is that the incident highlighted the growing tension between Telegram's commitment to user privacy and the demands of law enforcement agencies worldwide. It also raised questions about the responsibility of tech companies in moderating content and preventing their platforms from being used for illegal activities. It's a tough balancing act, and one that Durov seems determined to navigate on his own terms. Telegram under fire, the fallout. So, did this whole French debacle hurt Telegram? Not really. In fact, the app's user base has continued to grow, particularly in the wake of privacy scandals involving other tech giants. It seems people are willing to overlook a little bit of mystery and controversy if it means keeping their data safe from prying eyes. That's not to say Telegram hasn't faced its share of challenges. Governments around the world have been cracking down on the app, blocking it in some cases, and demanding access to user data in others. Durov has remained defiant, refusing to compromise on his principles. This has made Telegram a target for censorship, but it's also made it a symbol of resistance. In a world where our online lives are increasingly monitored and controlled, Telegram represents a beacon of hope for those who value their privacy and freedom of expression. Section 5. Durov, digital hero or villain? So what's the verdict on Pavel Durov? Is he a digital hero, a champion of privacy and free speech, or is he a reckless ideologue, enabling criminals and terrorists with his unwavering commitment to secrecy? Like most things in life, the answer is a bit more nuanced than a simple good guy, bad guy dichotomy. Durov is undoubtedly a complex and controversial figure. He's a brilliant programmer, a savvy entrepreneur, and a staunch defender of individual liberty. He's also been accused of arrogance, paranoia, and a healthy dose of self-promotion. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that Durov is a force to be reckoned with in the tech world. He's challenging the status quo, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and forcing us to confront uncomfortable questions about privacy, security, and the role of technology in our lives. Section 6. The Privacy Paradox, Durov's Legacy. Durov's legacy is inextricably linked to the ongoing debate about digital privacy. He's become a symbol of resistance against government surveillance and corporate greed, a champion for those who believe that privacy is a fundamental human right. But his staunch stance on encryption and his refusal to compromise with authorities have also made him a target. Governments argue that strong encryption hinders their ability to fight terrorism and crime, while privacy advocates argue that weakening encryption would make everyone more vulnerable to hacking and surveillance. Durov's work has highlighted the tension between these competing interests and the difficult choices we face in the digital age. He's forced us to ask ourselves, how much privacy are we willing to sacrifice in the name of security? And who should be responsible for striking that balance? Section 7. The Future of Telegram, Navigating Choppy Waters. What does the future hold for Telegram and its enigmatic founder? It's hard to say for sure. The app continues to grow in popularity, but it also faces increasing pressure from governments and regulators worldwide. Durov has shown no signs of backing down from his commitment to privacy, but it remains to be seen how long he can maintain this stance in the face of mounting pressure. Will Telegram be forced to compromise its principles in order to survive, or will it become a casualty in the battle for digital freedom? One thing is certain, the future of Telegram is inextricably linked to the broader debate about privacy, security, and the role of technology in our lives. As governments and tech companies grapple with these complex issues, Durov and his creation will continue to be at the center of the storm. Section 8. The Big Picture. Durov and the Global Privacy Debate. Durov's story is not just about one man and his messaging app. It's about the larger struggle for control of the internet and the data that flows through it. It's about the balance between security and freedom, between individual rights and collective responsibility. In a world where governments and corporations are increasingly encroaching on our digital lives, Durov's unwavering commitment to privacy is a powerful reminder that we have a choice. We can choose to be passive consumers of technology, surrendering our data and our privacy without a fight. Or we can choose to demand better, to support companies and technologies that prioritize our rights and freedoms. The choices we make today will determine the future of the internet and the kind of digital world we want to live in. Durov's story is a call to action, a reminder that we all have a role to play in shaping that future. Section 9. Conclusion. The Durov Enigma. Pavel Durov remains an enigma, a complex and contradictory figure who defies easy categorization. He's a visionary entrepreneur, a privacy advocate, and a lightning rod for controversy. He's been called a hero, a villain, and everything in between. But one thing is for sure, Durov is a force to be reckoned with. He's changed the face of social media, challenged the status quo, and sparked a global conversation about privacy and security in the digital age. His story is far from over, and it will be fascinating to see what the future holds for this enigmatic figure and the messaging app that has become synonymous with his name.